So, please welcome to the stage our Zelda cast. Hi, sorry. How are we doing? You two can sit over there if you like. Whoa, we can do better than that. One more time.
Oh, this is a comfy couch. I'm taking a nap. You just ask her the questions. I'm going to just lay here and have myself a wee rest.
You sink in.
I know.
I don't know if it's I'm getting fat or the sofas are getting old.
Is this how we get trapped? Like, you're just like, well, now that you're here, now that you're going to spend the next hour trying to get back out.
It takes 45 minutes just to get up. That's how I know the panel's over. Yeah.
That's how I know I'm dad age, is because when I sat down and I went, ugh, just all the air came out of me. So when I get back up, it's in reverse. And then I get up again.
I love how much energy you guys still have. You've been here since Friday. Sunday, still full of energy. How's the weekend been?
It's been amazing. It's been great. It's been awesome. Yeah. Two coffees this morning.
Two coffees done.
Good.
Yeah. About yourself, how's it been?
Her coffees.
Whatever
she laced her coffees with, I had some myself, and I've been, the crash is gonna suck later. It's gonna be so bad. No, it's been really cool. I was here a couple of months ago in Birmingham, or as I've learned, Birmingham. Sorry, I know I'm American. But I got to experience Camden Lock. That was amazing. Yesterday, I had my first ever Nando's. You guys, it changed my life, okay? I had the piri-piri. I had the double hot sauce. I want to go back. It was phenomenal. We're going to go see Book of Mormon on Monday. It's going to be really fun. Yeah. I took the above ground train. I took the underground train. I want to take a train that goes through an office building. I'm sure you have those somewhere.
Possibly?
They just let you off at your cubicle and then move on.
What about yourself? You doing any traveling, visiting while we're here? Or are you going straight home?
I'm actually going to stay here a couple of days. And to be honest, I studied over here years ago. I did a Master's of Classical Acting. And so I'm going to meet up with my old classmates who I haven't seen in many, many years. So I'm very excited about that. And then I'm going to watch a piece of theater. It's going to be awesome. Yeah.
I love that your answers are always super passionate and detailed and relevant to the industry. And I'm like, I had pizza on a bus outside the hotel. It's pretty good. Spent 30 quid on it.
But that's what we love. We like the variety. We like these conversations. And obviously, you talked about conversations. You guys have been talking to all of these. What's it been like meeting the UK fans?
Well, for one, the cosplay here is absolutely stellar. So bravo, everybody. But it's been, just to observe the people walking by and coming up to our tables is so much fun to meet the fans and so much fun to see all of your beautiful cosplay. We love it so much. Thank you.
What I appreciate in particular is a big difference is at a lot of anime conventions in the United States, after the con stuff is done for the night, it's pretty quiet around the surrounding area. People either go back home for the night or they go to their hotels. Maybe they have parties in their rooms or stuff like that. But the night scene around here.
Hey, Christina's here.
Christina's here.
Hey.
Grab a seat.
The night scene around here is so cool, where even when I was in my hotel, I would hear the murmur of you guys hanging out and doing events and late night Tesco Express shopping. But walking to the event, walking back from the event, it was so clear that there was a community of folks engaging in stuff together, even outside of the convention halls. And I love that. I am someone who wants to be doing stuff right up until he goes to bed. I don't want to just sequester myself into a room and do nothing for a couple of hours. So give yourself some kudos, because I love that energy a lot.
Cristina, we're talking about how's London been? Mike too, just in case.
Hello. Hi.
How's your experience of London been?
I love it here. We went to see Spirited Away, the stage show. It was so good.
A stage show?
Oh my gosh, it's incredible.
Did they let you eat at the buffet after the show was done?
No, but the cool thing about it was it's subtitled. All the actors are Japanese. So I've never seen a subtitled live show before, but it was perfect.
That sounds incredible.
It was incredible. It was one of the best.
Way better than my pizza bus.
What'd you do, pizza bus?
There's a double-decker bus that serves pizza. I think they just put the pizza on the engine and then rev it up, and then they give it to you, and it's got
That's
a nice
amazing.
little...
No, we didn't. We did Dishoom twice. I love Dishoom.
Yeah.
Should we get to some of the business of Zelda?
Yeah.
So my first question is, obviously Zelda, huge, famous franchise, Nintendo as well. When you got that call to say, yes, you're going to be involved, what was that like?
I love how we're all going to answer this.
Look at
separately.
you, straight at you.
Well, and I've told this story before, but like I auditioned for this without knowing what it was, because so much of these games are completely, they're bleach script. They have like basic descriptions and storylines of what they sort of allude to what your character might be or what it's doing, but there was no way to know that Zelda was going to have voice acting, and so I auditioned for it just trying to make a good impression, and I just moved to LA, and I was like, I'm going to expand my career, I'm going to come to LA. It was one of the first things I auditioned for down there, and auditioned for several of the characters, got some callbacks, and eventually got the role, and it wasn't until signing an NDA and going in to record the trailer that I found out that it was Zelda. It was like skydiving. It was so nuts. Yeah, it was really, really amazing.
This is going to be a lot funnier if we have Smash Brothers players in here. Any Smash Brothers fans in the audience? All right. So when I got the email saying you record at this time on this day, here's the characters you'll be recording for, like when it was official, I was in my car about to walk into a Smash tournament. And I knew all the people there, we were all locals, and I had two thoughts going through my head. Number one was, oh my God, Zelda is going to have a voiced game that isn't the CDI games. I respect it still. Number two, no one can know that I'm part of this. And you know how, like, when you're trying to tell yourself you gotta be cool, act normal, and that makes you do things that you would never do in your normal life? So my very first opponent in Smash Brothers on that tournament was a Zelda player. So I was like, okay, I can't make it obvious that I'm in a Zelda game. I have to be cool, act normal. So I went out of my way to beat the crap out of them, like annihilated them. I'm pretty sure they went home crying after that match. I was like laying back being like, yeah, now no one knows that I'm in this game. I'm a genius. So.
What about yourself?
So mine is a little bit different. It was during the pandemic, and I got an audition, and it was very bleached, but it said, this is like a woodland creature, and they're kind of like, think leaves, and they like to dance. And I was like, you know what? That reminds me of a Korok. I'm gonna play this character like it's a Korok. And I did, and I got a call back, and I booked it from that, and I had no idea what it was. And they're like, and this was for they're like, hey, this is Hyrule Warriors, and you're Hestu. I was like, what? I was like, oh my God, my woman's intuition was right on.
When I did the callback, they had some concept art, and I kid you not, I didn't know what the game was yet.
Yeah.
And I remember pointing at the concept art and going, you know what this reminds me of? Zant from Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
I'm a genius.
Right? And so it was a weird thing because I recorded Hyrule Warriors, and the game came out, and I was thrilled to be part of it, and I loved it. But then my agent said, hey, they want you to read for another part in Hyrule Warriors. It was a requested audition. I was like, that's kind of strange that they want me to be two little boy characters. But I did it, and I booked it. I had COVID when I recorded Tulin for the first time. It was for a cutscene. And I was like, that's really interesting. Like, I wonder why they wanted me to do a second character. And then a couple months later, they said, hey, we're going to bring you back. You have a recurring character in a new game. And I was like, I wonder. I don't know what it is. They're like, this is Tulin, and he's in it like more grown up, and this is for the sequel. And I was like, are you kidding me? Breath of the Wild is my favorite game of all time. So, and that I didn't know till the day I went in to record that's what it was.
Cristina, how does it feel knowing, because I've seen online and in general discussion, Tulin is like the fan favorite of Tears of the
Yay,
Kingdom.
I'm so happy. I'm sorry, though, for blowing all your items off the cliffs.
Are you really sorry, though?
No,
No, didn't think so.
I see what you guys do to Koroks. I've seen it.
And there's a lot of pressure as well working for Nintendo. I remember years ago talking to Charles, the voice of Mario, and he was so restricted in the fact he can only say the voices of Mario. He can't do anything else. You can't talk about it. Did you guys have the same sort of restrictions from Nintendo where you can only say these lines, talk about these things?
Yeah, I mean, my experience, Sean's experience. I'm not sure. I mean, I imagine partly yours too. But you sign these very strict NDAs. You know what you're signing into, and it is very much about respecting the IP and doing it the way that Nintendo does it, which works very well for them. So we just we stay there and we keep it there, and so far it's worked out well. I know it can be disappointing sometimes when people want to record, but when people are recording and we're doing lines, you can extract that. You now have AI and all these things. We're like, that's not for us to do. Come up to the table, we'll give you a little sample. I mean, I do, whisper in people's ears. We try to do that sort of thing.
I had an early inclination they were serious about it because I went to tell my dad that I'd been cast and they assassinated him right in front of my eyes. And that trauma kind of stayed with me ever since then. So they brought him back. It was very expensive. But I don't think Nintendo would ever actually sue us or take us to court if we were doing unofficial performances as the characters, but it's more of understanding the mindset of the company because they are very much a collaborative team player thing. A successful production from them is a team effort between the creatives, the directors, the art designers, the musicians, everybody. So it's one of those things where you have to recognize that if they ask you not to do something, and you go and do it anyway, they're probably not going to take you to court over it, but what you have sent them the message of is, I am not a team player, I don't support the collaborative effort, I don't support the vision that everyone is trying to achieve together, so the easiest solution to that is they just won't work with you anymore. And as you might imagine, Nintendo's pretty cool to work with, and we'd like to continue doing it. So it's out of respect for the fact that we were brought onto their project, that we were entrusted with voiced characters in a franchise notoriously known for not having voices, except for the best game of all time. And we do our best to honor that because we enjoy what we do and we want to keep doing it.
Anything to add to that? Or?
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. I like quick responses.
We should start with her next time.
Well, what I was thinking is, because hands up if you have fan questions. We have quite a few. I'm going to come to you guys in a minute. Now, I always like to have a little bit of fun during panels, just to make them that little bit more interesting. Now, Zelda...
Do I have a free car under my seat? Is that this part?
You might win one. So what I would like to do, and one of my favorite games to play, is catchphrase. Has anyone ever played that game before?
What?
Yeah?
We're playing games?
So where I am going to challenge your gaming knowledge.
What?
Okay.
No.
It's going to be a little bit of a challenge. So you're going to each get a little whiteboard and a wipe. There we go. I'll give you pens in a second.
Bad answers.
And we're going to test your gaming knowledge.
I just played it in French, so if the catchphrase isn't in French, I'm not going to know what we're talking about.
These are cruel. And guess what? You guys get to play along as well. So, do we have my... There we go. You see? Catchphrase. I've got the logo up. There's a pen for you. Okay. I might let the audience help you at times as well, okay? You should be able to see it on the screen there just to save you next.
Okay.
So...
All right.
We're going to do the first one together because I think it's quite a tough one to give you the idea. So this is the first challenge. This is a computer game. And can you work out what it is?
It's a what?
So say what you see. A computer game, a video game. So say what you see. So for example, where is it?
Oh. Erase. Do you have an eraser?
Yeah, just that. So where is it?
Okay.
And what is it? Mm-hmm. You've got it. You got the first one.
Wheels in the sky.
It's in the sky. And what is it?
Wait, oh God. Are we writing it down?
I'm just going to help you with this one. Does anyone think they know it? Go on. It is Skyrim.
Oh.
Do you get the game now?
I was like, Skylanders? Is this like a Landers brand?
That would have been a good guess, though. So let's do the first one together. Do you get the game now?
Got it.
Are we ready to play this game?
So are we writing it down and then
Write the name, hide it from the people next to you, and we're going to see who's the best.
Okay.
All right, bit of competition. All ready? Right, first one up. Hands up if you get it.
I got it.
Yep. Don't reveal it yet. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I think Christina's going to win this. 3, 2, 1. Silent Hill. Well done.
I thought it was like Horizon Zero Yawn or something like that.
That would have been so... You should put that. That would have been good. I would have given you bonus points for that.
Right?
I got one. I've already won in my own mind. Like that's
They get much easier after this.
personal best.
Right, next one.
Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at this.
I'll give you as a clue. What is the bear doing?
Breathing.
Keep going with
Looking
that.
at a funny meme.
Lazy bear.
I'll give you as a clue. If you don't get this, you're going to lose your jobs.
Oh God. Okay.
I love it when they say, yes, I've got it.
Got it.
Oh, you have got it.
I got it.
Okay.
We'll give you a few more seconds. Christina's going for this. 3, 2, 1, go.
I don't know.
Breath of the Wild. What did you put? What we got?
I was starting to write it, and then I
was-
panicked.
he was
I don't trust myself.
Right, next one. This is easy.
Oh, okay.
You do realize with adrenaline on stage.
This is trying to
it's
go to
actually
Tesco at 10:55 in the evening.
This is my favorite game at the minute.
I know.
I'll give you a clue. Look at the sign.
I know Neil Newbon really likes to play this.
It's Los Angeles.
This
Christina.
game is so addictive. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Helldivers 2. I'll give you it for Helldivers as well. What's that?
I think
Hades.
But
Rod-
Long
Roger
Hades
Craig Smith,
is also hell diving, right?
Did we give her it?
amazing. I think that's way more creative. That's awesome.
We'll get
Christina
back
wins.
to on that one. Who got that one? Who's playing it? You will have my respects. Right, next one.
I think Roger Craig Smith does a voice in that. Doesn't he not? Yeah. Is it in Helldivers?
Does a Helldivers?
So.
I'm going to
He
go
does.
ask him.
I'm going to ask him. Maybe I've got that wrong. But
Right, this is a really tough one, so I'm going to give you as a clue. The sign is the giveaway. No one should be parking there, but everybody has. What have they done? What have they taken up? So, what's another name for parking bays? Parking bays. What's another name for them?
Oh, a parking lot?
parking space.
Garage?
Space.
Parking
Space.
space.
And what have they done? They shouldn't be parking there. What have they done in those spaces?
Illegally parked there.
That's right, that famous game, illegally parking. Any guesses? What do you reckon? Space Invaders.
Oh,
That's hard.
I said
GTA, Dead Space.
because I saw the one open space in that corner, and I went, "There's something there."
That's what I meant. Yeah, it was Dead Space. Should we do another one? Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
let's see how we do this
I'm a
one.
genius.
This one's tough. I'll give you a clue. It's a multiplayer game.
This was me watching the reviews come in for Breath of the Wild.
If it's full time, it means the game is...
Immersive?
This is your first clue. The game is over. And what is he doing?
What?
I bet most people... What is it? Overwatch. It's full time, it's over,
obscure,
and he's
yeah.
watching.
That's obscure.
That's hard.
I was like-
hard mode.
Just
yeah.
want an
This
easier one.
This is why I sit at my table and you guys tell me what to write. Because if you're like, just think of something funny, I'd be there like, Helldivers.
I think this next one's easier. What are they doing, and who is it?
Moving, guys. Packing man. Oh!
It is Pac-Man!
There we go. I had it from the
Oh, it's
beginning.
funny. How did you guys get that?
Thank you, Christina.
Mind meld. We share the same single brain cell.
We've got a few more. We'll do a few quick ones, then we're going to do fan questions. So if you have any fan questions, the microphone should just be on this left-hand side here, I believe. If you want to start lining up for fan questions, and we'll finish off. So it's just at the back there. If you want to start lining up, and we'll quickly finish off this game. So the next one, please. I'll give you a clue. It's the United States, and it's the final one. So another name for final, and another name for the United States.
Final Fantasy VI. The U.S. is not real.
What's the initials for the United States? Get rid of one letter.
Oh.
It's now a TV show.
I got it. Are we waiting? Or are we showing?
Show it, if
All
you've
right,
got it.
we're just showing. Okay.
The Last of Us.
No, it's Last of Us 2. It's 2.
True.
Just like Helldivers.
I think we've got one more, and then we're going to jump straight to fan. Oh, no, we've got two more, but we'll just finish on this one. What is the picture? You said this before.
Yes. Yep. I got this. I'm a genius.
You got.
Am I waiting, or am I just
Go for
showing?
it.
Go for it?
Go for it. Horizon Forbidden West.
My favorite game I've never played.
And the final one, I'll just show it because we want that. Any guesses? Just say it out loud.
Grand Theft Auto 4?
It's Fallout 4.
Fallout.
Nice.
These are brilliant.
No, I threw out of the vehicle because I was going to be late here otherwise.
Yeah. So that is the game. And now, yeah, ha, 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 ha. Did you enjoy that? I always like to do something a little bit
Oh,
different.
I know this one. It's Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
You win!
Yeah!
I'll take these. Right, what we'll do is we'll jump straight to our fan question now. Can I ask, they can't, as I've said earlier, you can't ask them to do other voices because they're restricted to do that. Also, because there is a big queue, can we just keep it straight to questions? I know everyone's been affected by the game, they've enjoyed it, but we don't have time for that. I want to get through everybody. So, name, question, please. Thank you very much.
I'm Hope, and when you were working on the game, how did you feel about incorrect leaks?
Ooh, very, very badly. Yeah, those occurred just briefly a few times, and it's sacrilege, you know? It's just something that you really, really hope doesn't happen to a game because, of course, you have these massive teams of people working on these games. Their jobs depend on it. They spend years in secrecy working on these things. And when it leaks, it is so disappointing for so many people. So, yeah, bad about bad leaks, yeah.
Listen, I have trust issues. At this point, I just assume that any leaks posted are by Nintendo themselves, and they're trying to catch whoever's like sharing them around and be like, oh, that was the one we sent to this outlet, so we know who's posting it. I just assume they're all true, just all of them. They're all canon in my head, and it's a product that's going to come out eventually, and if I die before it does, that's my fault, not theirs. So life is just easier that way. Less disappointment.
Anything to add?
Yes.
I love your answers. Right, next question. Name and question.
Hi, I'm Jamie, and I wanted to ask if you could voice any Zelda character from any of the games, which one would you want to voice?
Navi.
You'd be so good at that. That'd be, oh my God,
You know what?
amazing. Okay.
Would you be allowed to try and do an audition for Navi right now?
Hey, listen.
All right.
Ocarina of Time remake that we want.
Yay.
We need to make that happen.
Because I was cast as multiple characters, I would want one for my high range and one for my low range. High range would be Beetle. Thank you. Goodbye. And then low range would be from Wind Waker. Kaboom. Sploosh. The guy who does like the Battleship game, mini game.
I would like to voice Link, and then I could get lots of credit for doing very little.
Yes.
Zelda's the main hero. We know it.
I know.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ahmed, and I just wanted to ask you guys how impactful or relevant was Zelda to you before you had any roles in the games, and how has that changed since?
Oh. Do you want to start, Christina? I feel like we keep on going this way. Yeah.
So Ocarina of Time was the very first game I played all the way through. I was very proud of myself. I loved it. It's still one of my favorites. And when Breath of the Wild came out, it was, we would wake up, me and my significant other, and that's what we would do all day. We would grab our energy drinks, we would sit in front of the couch, and he would play it, and I would watch and like couch play. But it was just a really great memory, and it became my favorite game. So to be part of it is incredible. Yeah.
The current one that I'm addicted to is Hyrule Warriors, the definitive edition. That is so much content. When I was younger, I played Ocarina of Time, and the evening that I beat it, I woke up sobbing at 2:30 in the morning, and my poor dad, thinking I'm violently ill, was trying to understand why I was crying, as through tears I'm going, why did Navi leave Link? They went through so many adventures together. I just don't understand why you would ditch someone after all of that. But the original game, the one that I grew up with, was Link's Awakening on Game Boy. That was the one that I loved the music. Tal Tal Heights is one of my favorite Zelda tracks to this day. And kudos to the manager, the regional manager at an Art Van furniture store, who, when I came up to him as a 6-year-old, not knowing what to do in a dungeon room, called his daughter from college to try and help me. She wasn't able to, but it was the fact that that Art Van manager went through the effort to try and help me with my video game. I hope he's living the life. I hope he's very successful.
You didn't call, remember the Nintendo helpline? That
No.
used to exist? Yeah, there used to be a phone number where you can get like tips and they'd be like, try to like help you through, but it was like an official Nintendo line.
Back in the days before the
Back
internet.
in the day, yeah.
Or you'd have to pay £20 for those game guides as
The
well.
game guides, yep.
The Final Fantasy, I remember having the Final Fantasy 8 one, and it was about that thick of like how they get through the game.
It's going to be so messed up now with AI. You're going to look up a tip online. It's going to be like, to beat the Dodongo, you need to have a Pikachu that's level 25 or higher. It's like,
Yeah, to answer your question as well, I guess when I was younger, I associated the game with the first game, which is what I grew up on, watching my sister play. And now I think the way that the game influences me is actually when I think of these games, I more associate them with the fans and the people that I've met around the world and the way that they house the games and all the stories, the real life stories that they have around them. And it all kind of melds together, if that makes any sense. It's a really interesting journey being a part of something so big and then getting to meet all the people around it.
does it make you feel older when someone comes up and says, Breath of the Wild is my first ever Zelda game?
It's wild that that's actually happening now. It's been, what, 7 years? almost 8 years?
This will make you feel really old. They call Ocarina of Time retro now.
How?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Twilight Princess is retro by
yeah,
this point.
At this point, maybe.
That makes me feel sick. Really does. I feel really old.
Listen,
That was a brilliant
Ocarina had
question.
its time. It's time to move on. We need a new retro, okay? Majora's Mask fans, rise up. This is our year.
Not going to happen. It's going to be Ocarina. Thank you very much for your question there. Next.
Which game did you have the most fun recording for? Was it Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, or Age of Calamity?
You want to start, Christina?
Was it which line or which game?
Which game?
Which day?
Which game was the most fun to record for?
I loved for so many different reasons coming back for Age of Calamity and then coming back for the sequel. We're like, oh my gosh, I get to do this again and differently, like go back in and add to what you've, expand upon what you've worked on. But the OG is always going to be for me Breath of the Wild because it was the most impactful overall, and that was just there was so much around that. So I always go back. I'm like, the first was pretty cool. Yeah.
As a Dynasty Warriors fan, the fact that I voiced not one but 2 playable characters in Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity had me over the moon. And it was also my favorite line because I think if Rivali says something like, I've got you in my sights. And this was also the game where I felt the most in tune with my performances, where it was very natural for me to switch between Rivali and Teba. So as I'm playing the game after the fact on stream and hearing myself go, I've got you in my sights, like over and over, I'm like, yeah, that's me. I'm pretty cool.
I really liked, so I improvised some stuff for Hestu. They for like his little victory things. I was like, can I just go dun, 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 dun? And they kept it, and I did a thing. Those are just me throwing those out, and they're like, yeah, we like it.
Yeah. Keep it, use it, cut.
I feel like you've had that rare opportunity of actually kind of improving around.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to find
must-
improv moments
it
on the
must feel
dub.
For
Like,
sure,
Powerful.
yeah.
It must feel powerful to say, I'm going to do a thing that wasn't planned, and you do it, and like the corporate overlords at Nintendo went, yeah, that works.
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
we'll put
great.
that in. Yeah, it's good. We'll entrust that in our multi-billion-dollar franchise.
Imagine they might have even had meetings on a night time saying, right, we've got this one sound. Guys, what are we going to do? And
You
just
just-
having an hour meeting saying yes or no.
We just make a little noise, and we look towards the council, and they all slowly go,
Yeah. But very slowly, because they like in Japan.
Awesome. Thank you very much for your question there. Next, please.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ben. I was wondering if you could live in any of the towns in Breath of the Wild, where would you live?
Gerudo Village. Gerudo Village. Oh, sorry.
I heard the real estate at the castle is real low right now. You can get land for basically next to nothing.
This isn't Breath of the... Is it in Breath of the Wild, Kakariko Village? It's definitely in Ocarina of Time.
Definitely in Ocarina. You can pick it if you
guess-
want. I'm changing their question.
go
Any
anywhere you
Zelda place, where would you go?
Yeah, I want to live there so I can hear that beautiful... Do, 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 do,
Would you steal a chicken, though?
a chicken? Oh,
I would travel exclusively
there are a lot
by
of chickens
Coco.
there. That's dangerous. Oh, sorry?
Travel exclusively by Coco. I
Yeah.
would take one and jump off a roof and just flutter over to where I'm going in
Yeah.
the morning.
And then just start getting your Ocarina like... Do, 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 do,
Right? It's like, sorry I came into work late today. I couldn't find my chicken. It was-
Brilliant. I hope that answers your question there. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Question. If you would choose to be in any tribe from any Zelda game, like Goron, Sora, Kokiri, any, which one would you like to join?
I want to be close to Urbosa. She's pretty.
What are those called again? I forgot. Gerudo.
Gerudo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gerudo.
Gerudo.
Definitely.
Would you wear a Gerudo
I'll
suit
go
just so you
Gerudo.
could fit in? Like just...
Sorry?
Would you wear a Gerudo suit just so you feel like you fit in?
No, I want to be a sexy one.
No, sexy.
Put me in the dress that Link wears. I'll wear it. I'll work out for it.
Next con, someone make that dress.
I also really like Elizabeth Maxwell in real life, who voices Urbosa. So I would just want to go hang out with her.
Yeah,
So
we're all
Gerudo.
Gerudos here.
Nice. Thank you very much for your question. Next one. How are we doing for time? Yeah, we'll get through some more.
Hello, I'm Adam. Obviously, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, they're very open games. You can do them at whatever pace you want. This has always been the point of contention between me and my sister. Do you max out everything before the final boss, clear every shrine, upgrade your weapons to maximum, or do you just bum rush it straight to the final boss from the get-go?
I'm gonna say I've seen some pretty impressive speed runs in real life, and that is absolutely thrilling. But
Yeah, the Breath of the Wild one where you're literally using your shield and you just literally
Yeah.
go. Has anyone seen that? Where they literally fly across the whole map and then hit the final boss in 30 seconds and you're thinking, damn.
but I love to meet the completionists. So
I am absolutely a completionist. I don't want to leave any stone unturned. I don't want to miss any side quests, especially if there's like a post game or a bonus boss or something like that. So I'm very much the person that will double, triple check that he hasn't missed anything. And because he's revisiting areas so often, ends up leveling up so much that I basically on the boss and it goes and he's just gone. So
Yeah, I'm the same way. I like to level up. I didn't complete everything. Like I gave up on the Koroks. That's too many. Sorry.
how did that? What?
Yeah, there's 999. That's
There's-
too many.
Korok number 756 is under that rock going, hee hee, she'll find me someday. I'm
Waiting
such a good
forever.
hider.
But
Someday.
once I finish like the final boss, then that's it for me. I'm like, that was fun. And then I never pick it up again. So I had to do everything I want to beforehand.
Is it different when you're the couch watcher and you're shouting to your other half going, get that, get that, get that? Like a backseat gamer?
I feel like we were pretty aligned on that. It was a sad day when we beat the final boss.
I
Oh my
have to
God.
browse my phone or something if I'm watching someone else game, because otherwise I'm gonna be like, she's taking a left there. There's a treasure chest right over there. She's not getting it. It's the wrong weapon.
Yeah, that's how it is, just yelling.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much for that question.
And I can now tell my sister, the voice actor said I was right.
Hi, I'm Jay. I was just wondering what your favorite non-Zelda Nintendo game is.
Probably Mario Kart, honestly. Yeah.
Paper Mario.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart 8, the latest one? Because that is just a beast of a game.
That's the best one. Yeah, that's my favorite. Yeah.
My friends have stopped playing with me because I kept beating them.
Oh, I wish I did bring my Switch. I should have brought it here. Because I have yet to find somebody who can beat me.
I'm onto my third Switch now.
Nice.
Because I got one, then my daughter took it. I bought a second one. My other half took it for Animal Crossing. I'm like, what am I going to play with? So now I'm on my third one. In Mario Kart all the time. Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Esme, and I just wanted to ask if Link could say anything like on screen, what's the one thing you think he would say?
Excuse me, princess.
I want him to say one word. I want Zelda to present him with the Triforce and be like, Link, you're the owner of the Triforce of Courage. You are the chosen one. And then he turns to the camera and in a perfect Owen Wilson voice goes, wow.
Nintendo, if you're listening, Owen Wilson needs to be Link.
Nintendo will not listen to me. That's why Rivali's not in Tears of the Kingdom.
I feel like he would say something really like, look, I'm really hungry. Just, as he is in real life. He's like, I eat anything, so just something really basic.
He would look up and open his mouth to say something, and it would smash cut to the credits.
See, I always thought it'd be where he just goes, Navi, I get it. I can hear you. Shut up.
Could just stop tattling for 5 minutes.
Here, listen, I am. Next question. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name's Evie, and my question is, do you guys have a favourite cutscene in the game that you just really resonated with, or was fun to record, or you just loved?
Well, Evie, Kosi V, with this gorgeous new Zelda cosplay in the back there. Amazing. I will say, for me, no spoilers, but the kind of one in Tears of the Kingdom where there involves a certain degree of transformation was I did a little silent scream before that, but that's it, yeah.
I remember in Breath of the Wild, there's a scene where you're crying, and that's really got me.
Oh, thank you.
Remember how most of you felt in Avengers Endgame when everyone started showing up at the last second and the battle was finally turning against Thanos? That's how I felt in Age of Calamity when all the champions were about to bite it and then their descendants showed up and saved them at the last second. I was out of my seat going, yeah, yeah!
Awesome. Right. We have actually run out of time. So what we're going to do, there's 2 people left. Quick fire question. We'll just go for these 2 quick fire answers. Is that okay? Because I don't want to miss out the.
Yep,
so unfortunately, it'd be the last 2 there. Quick fire questions. Also, a little kid behind them there. Yeah. All right. We'll go with the little kid. That's the final one. Okay. Very quick questions. Go.
All right. Let's go.
If you could plan the perfect first date for a character you voice, what would you do?
Birthday?
First date.
Birthday or
Was that first date?
Yeah, first date.
First date.
Who are they dating? Who are they going on a date with?
You.
Oh.
Quick answer. Go.
Yes.
Oh, boy. A book in the park with a glass of wine. That's it, yeah.
Take Rivali out for roast duck.
Me and Hester are having margaritas in Mexico because he already has the maracas.
Woo!
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next one. Very quick. Very quick.
What are your thoughts for the upcoming Zelda movie?
I can't wait.
Can't wait. Going to be great with the people involved, but have nothing else to say about that in any detail.
Cast Danny DeVito as Tingle.
Thank you.
And our final question. Our little Link there.
If you had any new player in Zelda, who would it be? Or what would it be?
New player?
New players.
So you mean replace Link?
Oh, new character, I mean.
Or put a new character in Zelda. Who would it be?
Girl Link.
Oh, yeah.
Girl Link. Yeah.
Let us pet the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know. I think some of the more food should come to life and suddenly become a weapon. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's a brilliant question. You look awesome, by the way. How awesome does he look there?
Looks amazing. Go Link.
What a question to end on. Thank you so much, guys. You're going to be at autographs for the rest of the day.
Yes.
If anyone has any more questions or wants to go meet them, get an autograph, please go visit them. You can see they are absolutely awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, your Zelda cast.
Thank you, guys. It's amazing.
And I'm leaving right now, so thank you very much for an amazing time, Lyndon. Thank you so much.